Hey fam, welcome back to Pep Wednesday, where I put a little pep in your step for your midweek blues. This week I want to tackle an interesting topic. It's something that has been doing circles around the creative industry. It's the question of specialized versus generalized. During this pause period in our industry, now is the perfect time to be strategic about your creative business. We need to begin to think about how best to position ourselves in the market so that once we come out of this pause, we hit the ground running. Many creatives, including myself, have struggled with this idea of specialized versus generalized. Let me take you through a visual metaphor of this choice. So imagine you're standing in a vast circular antechamber, and all around you are an infinite number of arches. Each arch is a creative path you could choose. For most of us, we spend a majority of our careers in this antechamber, unable to choose, paralyzed by the fear that if we were to choose the specific arch, that we would be boxed into that specific discipline and thus stifle our curious minds. The fact is, as creatives, we want to do everything. This curiosity to know what lies behind each arch slowly begins to stifle our businesses, because if you become relevant to everyone based on a generalized practice, you then make it impossible to differentiate yourself from your competition. And if you're relevant to everyone, you in fact become irrelevant to the right people. Millet says creativity is the ability to see, to bring a novel perspective to a problem. So in essence, your gift is your ability to think differently about a problem. Recently, I was listening to a talk by Blair Enns, and he mentioned, as creatives, we need to realize that we are not in the service industry. We're in the business of expertise. And so the only real meaningful differentiator between you and other creatives is in fact your expertise. Often as creatives and designers, we mistake positioning for brand personality. Positioning, in fact, is the act of choosing to narrow your focus, to sacrifice all other arches for the one. And the reality is, once you choose that arch and walk through it, it's a bit like Narnia, where you go through this cupboard and there's a whole new world of possibilities behind those doors, behind that arch. James Joyce said it best, in the particular lies the universal, meaning the deeper you go into the niche you choose, you will attract that tribe, that specific person who needs that problem solved to you. Like attracts like. This is not to say you have to give up on your curiosity. I think Chris Do coined the phrase, be a specialist generalist, meaning you pursue those other avenues that you're interested and align those skills with the skill you're known for. So if you are an illustrator and you're interested in typography and you're interested in design, you mix those two skills and add them to your illustration stage. And so when a client comes to you for illustration, you create an illustration that has that typography, that has that design element to it. And that will create, in fact, a unique style that is specific to you. It will allow you to differentiate yourself from any other illustrator out there or any other designer out there. Over the last few years, I myself have been doing a lot of experimenting and testing my skills and pushing my boundaries. But it was only this year when I made that conscious effort to focus in to work out what my niche was, that I was then able to have a clear trajectory of where my business was heading. And as I started working through this process, it brought clarity to my business, and it's begun to grow because of this. And so I can say firsthand, pick your niche and stick to it and watch your business grow. I would love to hear your thoughts on the debate on specialized versus generalized. So please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to chat about it. If you found this talk of value, please do like and subscribe. I'll see you all for the next talk.